The broadcast is now starting. All attendees are in listen-only mode.
Hello everyone. Good morning to you all. Thank you for joining us today for our exciting webinar about our new Donate Now pages. Hi, I don't know, I think I have to start over again. There's a little bit of a glitch, but hi, good morning. My name is Amy. I'm from Canada Helps, the Marketing and Communication. I hope you can all hear me. If not, just let me know in the chat so I can fix things. But thank you for joining us today for our all about the new Donate Now pages from Canada Helps. We're very excited to present this to you all today and introduce these soon into your MyCharity accounts. As you know, at Canada Helps, we want you to have the very best fundraising tools available so that you can raise as much money for your great causes. That's why we felt it was time to give the Canada Helps Donate Now pages a revamp. So we've redesigned the pages to be optimized and to make the donation process more seamless for your donors and the design much simpler. So you're gonna get to have sort of a preview of it before it's introduced into your MyCharity account so that you're a little bit more familiar with them when they do get introduced. So a few reminders about our webinar and the presentation today. For those of you who have joined our webinars, you're familiar with this slide, but just so you know that you can hear us, or you can hear me, but we can't hear you. So if you do have a question, type it in the questions log. I have my colleague online as well to answer any questions you may have, but most of the questions we'll be taking up at the end of the webinar. Turn up your volume if you're having trouble hearing. If you have any questions, type in the questions log, and from our experience, close all other applications so that there's no lag or interference with the audio or advancement of slides. So this is me. I am the Marketing and Communications Coordinator here at Canada Helps. My name is Amy. I manage the Twitter and all other communications for Canada Helps. So those of you who are on Twitter, sometimes you may talk to me on there. I'm going to take. Okay, so let's just get right into it. This is just an example of a charity's website. So first, let's talk about the way the Donate Now pages currently work. So for example, here we are on the Vancouver Fringe Festival's main website, and on the side here, we see that they have a Donate Now through CanadaHelps.org, like many of you do, button on their website. So when a donor decides to donate, they click the Donate Now button located on your website, and this is the unique link and standard image you get from your MyCharity account. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. So when the donor clicks this Donate Now button on your website, they are taken to CanadaHelps.org to securely complete their donation. So what happens when we click this button on the Vancouver Fringe Festival's website is we're taken here to CanadaHelps.org to finish off their start their donation actually. So this is how it is. I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. Here they're asked to fill out their donation amount, if they want to designate it to a fund, if there's any a message they want to send to the charity, they can fill that out here, etc., etc. So right now that's what happens. It goes here. The donor continues on to their giving basket to confirm details. They're going to put in their email address. They're going to finish up filling in their personal information for their tax receipt and their privacy options. They're going to choose their payment method, and they're going to check out. So right now, that's how the process works. But the exciting news is we have changed all of this, and in a few weeks you will have the option to use our new Donate Now pages, which we'll reveal to you in 1 second. So now imagine we are back on the Vancouver Fringe Festival's website, and imagine they've altered the link to take donors to their new Donate Now page, and this is what it would look like. Drum roll. We're back on the, sorry, that was false. Let's go back to the Vancouver Fringe Festival's website, click Donate Now, and this is what the new Donate Now pages would look like. So here we can go through here the page. I'll take you through each aspect of the page. So the whole donation process is now housed on a single page, making donating easier and faster for your donors. And the design, as you can see, is much simpler. Compared to the old pages, the Canada Helps branding, most of it has been removed, save for this banner at the top that says Donations by Canada Helps, but most of it is sort of quote-unquote white label, and it doesn't seem like it's not, the transition between your website and to Canada Helps is less jarring for your donors. So this is a seamless transition from your website to the secure Canada Helps Donate Now page. So let's go through the sections of the page. So here is the Vancouver Fringe Festival's logo, which is populated by what you would have uploaded in your My Charity account. Standard stuff here is the organization's name and their BN, which is generated from their account, and also the mission statement, which is generated from their account. And if you click more, that would expand if you had a really long mission statement. So down here, it's the fund that the donation will support. So you can create funds, as you know, in your My Charity account at any time, and you can make a new Donate Now page for every one of these funds so that you can kind of separate all your campaigns. And here is the fundraising progress bar. And this can be, you have the option to turn this on or off. So you don't have to have this on depending on what your needs are for your campaign. You can put this on or you can turn it off. You don't have to have it up there. And this isn't, so in this section, donation amount, this is new. We have some new features in this section here. So originally in the old Donate Now iteration of Donate Now, it's just whatever the donor wants to put in. So if they want to donate $50, they type that in. But this is a new feature that you can choose to include on your new Donate Now page. So it allows you to create donation levels and describe what that amount will help your organization achieve. So clicking each of these levels, right now we're on $10, and it says $10 provides an acting workshop for a child. So if I wanted to donate $50, this down here would change and it would tell me what $50 would provide. So it's sort of showing that impact that donors want. So you can choose to include this or not depending on if it works with your campaign. And as always, donors can choose to set up a monthly donation, so they can click that here and then make the donation reoccurring. And sorry, let me take a sip of water. One moment. So as always, donors can choose to set up the monthly donation, as I've just said, and dedicate their donation. However, this is on the new Donate Now pages. This allows you, the charity, to choose if you'd like these features enabled or disabled. There's also a field here that you can that the donor can add a message to the charity, which was a feature of the old pages as well. So going on to the next slide, this is actually the same. It's just scrolling down. I just couldn't fit the whole page onto one slide. So scrolling down, the donor enters their personal information for donor and tax receipts for their tax receipt, and it's just standard information that's needed for the transaction. So, but what's interesting here is we've now included the anonymity preference checkbox here for your donors to choose what information they share with your organization. So the feature of the new Donate Now page is that your organization can choose to turn this on or off. So if you turn this on, donors can choose what information they want to share with your organization. But if you choose to turn this off, donors will not have the choice. So it's automatically the information you will receive. Scrolling down, it's standard payment information that the donor has to enter to complete the transaction securely on CanadaHelps.org. And down here, there's a reminder of how much their credit card will be charged, just so they can kind of review it again. And at the bottom, there's a statement about how Canada Helps will show up on their bank statement, because that's usually a question that we get that customer service receives. So Canada Helps will show up on their on their credit card statement, and a reminder of how much they will be charged. So when they're all done here, they click this button, And this is what it looks like. This window shows up here. A confirmation window appears below, thanking the donor for their gift, and they will receive a confirmation number, which they will also receive via email. So if your charity filled out another feature of the new Donate Now page is you can fill out a redirect URL. Once the donor is finished with their transaction on the new Donate Now page, you can specify where you would like that donor to go after they're done. So you can send them back to your organization's website. You can send them to a specific page of the campaign or something like that. So once this confirmation window shows up, there will be some sort of countdown here, and then they'll be redirected to the URL that you specify if you did specify one. So that's basically it. I know I went through it very quickly, but we'll have time for questions. But it's a very simpler process and a simpler design so that everything is a little bit easier for the donors. And as I mentioned earlier, they are mobile optimized. So if a donor visits your Donate Now page on their phone, it will be detected and the donor will be taken to a mobile Donate Now page. So this is what it kind of looks like on iPhone. There's some screenshots here, as you can see. And here's some more screenshots of what it looks like on iPhone. And here are some small screenshots about of how it looks like on BlackBerry. So, I know it says questions here, but before we move on to questions, I want to take you through how to set one up in your MyCharity account once it's released to your accounts. So, bear with me as I change up some of the screen. I hope you can see my CanadaHelps.org login page. So here I am on CanadaHelps.org. I'm going to log into the Canada Helps account here. So this is what it looks, as some of you are familiar, this is what your MyCharity account looks like. Then you would go to the Donate Now tab. So currently this is what the functionality of your Donate Now looks like. So you can choose an image and then you'll get the link and then you can add that to your website. But in a few weeks, in your MyCharity account, this link will be there available, Custom Donate Now, and that's what we were discussing today. So this is where you will create your new Donate Now pages. So click Custom Donate Now, and then you'll be taken to this page. So here are some pages that we've already created. You can have as many as you want going at the same time. So let's create a new page together. So create a new page. So let's call this Holiday, oh, I already had something here. So Super Fun Holiday Campaign 2012. Let's call it Awesome Fun so we don't have any conflict. Here you can choose the fund that it will support. So let's do the New Technology Fund for Canada Helps projects. And then you can choose the fund that would appear, the equivalent to the French fund. So Fond de Technologie here. And as a reminder, you can determine or create funds in your Funds tab right here. So fundraising progress, again, like I mentioned earlier, you can choose to turn this on or off. So let's turn it on and then put in a goal of $5,000. Donation amount, so this is what I was talking about earlier with the levels. So here, if we choose any amount, then the donor can decide whether or not, whatever amount they want to donate. But if we want to turn on the amount levels, this is what it would look like. So here we will put in different amounts, $100, and then we'll say this provides X. And then we can put $200, and then we can put what that provides. So that's how that works. And then $1,000. Oops. And here for the French translation, you can click here to enter the description for this amount level. So right now, we're on the 100 level. This provides X in English. In French, unfortunately, I can't, I'm not bilingual, so I'm not sure what to write here, but you would write the French translation here. Do we want to enable monthly donations? Right now it's off. Let's say we want to turn that on. In memory and honor, we can turn that on. So here, which I discussed earlier, allow donor to choose what information they share with your organization. So right now, we are not letting the donor choose. So let's say we want the donor to choose their preferences for information that they share with us. That would be great. And here is the redirect URL, which I was talking about. So once they complete their donation, in a few seconds there will be a countdown, and it will lead them back to your whatever page or URL or link that you specify here. So let's say we want them to go back to Canada Helps. We need to put the http:// here, and if they complete it on the French site, we'll take them to Canada. And this is also a new feature which wasn't shown on the completed Donate Now page because it's not part of that process. But here you can enter a message to your donors that will appear in the opening paragraph of the donation confirmation email sent by Canada Helps. So if I finished that donation to Vancouver Fringe Festival, and of course I will receive a confirmation in my email about that donation and my tax receipt. You can choose to, in that kind of copy that is in the email, we can choose to kind of write something. So thank you for supporting the awesome, fun holiday campaign 2012. And you can, I spelled campaign wrong. And then you can put more information like follow us on Twitter or whatever you want. So that will show up in the email message and not anywhere on the actual Donate Now page. So if we're finished, we'll click Save, and if there's anything that we missed, the system will detect that and make us kind of tell us to go back and fix anything that's wrong with it. So it seemed like I put in everything correctly. Let's click back to all pages, and there it is, awesome fun holiday campaign 2012 that I created today on November 22nd, and it's active. So here you can view it. So let's view it. And this is what it looks like. And remember when we did all these levels, they can choose to put in another amount, the donor can. And at any time we can go back into our Donate Now page and turn that on and off. Like if we decide that we don't want the progress there, we can turn that off anytime. We can turn off all the levels at any time we want. So those things we can change at any time. Feel free to edit it whenever you want. So I think I turned off the levels there, and it's saved, and the fundraising progress is now gone. So you can go back and edit it anytime you want. You can deactivate it if the campaign is over. And here is the best part is you can get the link. So if you click Get Link, here is your sort of short link to your new Donate Now page. So this is obviously the page that you would want to share with all your networks. You can update your Donate Now button. If you make a new Donate Now page and you want the people to go to your new Donate Now page, you'll have to change that link that's in the Donate Now button. So you can create as many of these pages as you want. They'll all be housed here. It's unlimited, and you can edit and deactivate and activate them whenever you'd like. So that concludes the tutorial of how to create the pages. And I'm sure many of you have lots of questions. So I'm going to go back to the PowerPoint here, take a sip of water, one moment, and then we'll go through some questions. So I'm just going to put this keep in touch slide. If you guys have any questions at all, feel free to email us at info@canadahelps.org or connect with us on Twitter, Facebook, or YouTube. There will also be a sort of recording of the presentation on YouTube so that you can review it and share with your colleagues. So if I'm going to look at the questions box right now, and if I'm quiet for a moment, all I'm doing is just reading the questions and thinking about how to answer them. So just bear with me for a moment while I go through all your questions. Okay. So Maggie is asking, when will the change occur? So we just wanted all of you to sort of get a preview and get ready for this release, and we're planning to release it on the week of December 3rd. So I will be sending more email notifications and reminders so that you guys are reminded of all those changes, but we are planning to release currently the week of December 3rd. So that's in 2 weeks. Thank you, Maggie. So Tika is asking, can we designate different levels of your donation will support per campaign, or will it have to be standard? So as I mentioned, you can create as many pages as you'd like, Tika. So it does not have to be standard. So every Donate Now page, new Donate Now page you create, you can specify different levels and what they will support on each of those pages. So it's unique to the page and not all pages. Sorry for my silence. I'm just looking through the questions. There's a lot of them coming in. So Danielle is asking if there's anything that needs to be done on their webpage. So actually there is. So if you want donors to go through this new process and the new Donate Now page, all you'll have to do is on the week of December 3rd, go into your My Charity account, create a new Donate Now page, and get that link inside that's specified in your account, the new link for the new Donate Now page, and ask your webmaster or your marketing person to update the link designated in your current Donate Now button. Change the link to the new link. If that makes any sense. So all you have to do is update the URL, make a page and update the URL. So there's a lot of questions regarding the funds and how that's going to work. So currently on your current Donate Now page, it's all people go there, and then there's a drop down for all the funds that you created. Say campaign A, campaign B, campaign C, drop down. So Amy, me, I can go and I can go in the drop down and say that I want to support campaign B, but I'll have to choose that myself. So if you create a, actually, let me show you in the, sorry, I didn't lose my train of thought. I'm just going back. I think it's easier if I show it to you here. So if you actually create a new Donate Now page and not choose a preset fund, so say you're making a plain page, your basic, if you don't choose a fund, you're making a Donate Now page that's similar to your current Donate Now page, where it lets the donor choose what fund that you want. But what's great about the new Donate Now pages is you can create pages for each of these campaigns and designate the fund already, so that that money is already going to that fund that you want. So it's a great way to kind of keep track of campaigns that are going on at the same time. So if we are tracking campaign A, B, and C, we can make new Donate Now pages for each of those pages and kind of track the money that's coming through those links and coming through those campaigns. Whereas now the donor has to remember to go in the drop down and choose B. Whereas if you just send them a link that is a new Donate Now page that's already designated to campaign B, then it's already done for them. I hope that answered your question. I was kind of muddled, but I hope that made sense. So Sally's asking, if we don't have a campaign, do we have to do anything? You don't, but if you do want to use the new Donate Now pages look, you'll have to create a page, and like I said, you can choose no preset fund, let donor choose, and then it will just be like a plain Donate Now page. But the new look, but sort of a different, but not to one specific campaign. So Jennifer is asking, when we link Canada Helps to our webpage, is there a specific Canada Helps logo we should be using? I've seen a number of different variations. Thank you. So Jennifer, we do provide those Donate Now buttons that didn't work out, in your Donate Now link right here. But I mean, feel free to create your own buttons. We've seen lots of charities create their own buttons with different colors so that it matches the look of their website. So that's really great if you want to do that. But if you don't have the graphic design skills, then you don't have to do that at all. But the Donate Now button will still be in your My Charity account. You're welcome, Jennifer. Tim, sorry about the fund thing. Yes, so in the new look, will people still be able to choose to which fund they want to donate from his Canada Helps page? So Tim, if you make a page that doesn't have, that you choose this option, no preset fund, let donor choose, then it will be almost like the old Donate Now page where the donor can choose. But if you do want it to be per campaign, then you can create a bunch of funds here, in your funds here, and then they'll all be listed here. So you can create by campaign, or you can make a plain page that it's no preset fund and it's just general donations. Hope that makes sense. Sorry if I'm quiet for a second. I'm just looking through all the questions. So Rashid is asking if they can customize the background. Right now, we try to use general colors, the gray and the white, but we are working on, for next updates, our teams are trying to work on ways that you can customize the colors to match your organization's colors, but not in this release, but hopefully soon we will have something like that. Martha's asking, how does the monthly donation work? It works the same way as it works right now. It's just you can turn the option on or off. So if the donor chooses to make a monthly donation, they will be asked to enter a start date and an end date, and then they check out the same way. So it's just a recurring donation. Rizwan is asking when it will be these functionalities will be released. Like I said, it will be released on the week of December 3rd. We're hoping to get that all out to all the charities that use Canada Helps. So people are asking, if they don't make any changes at all, will the current button and link just go to the usual page? Yes. So if you don't want to do anything right now, if you don't want to do anything, if you want to wait a few months and kind of talk to your team, this current way that Donate Now works will still be working until you make those changes yourself. Pauline's asking if they can experiment. Yes, so when those are released, when the functionality is released into your account, play with it. I recommend you go in there and kind of create pages and turn on the functionalities on and off, and enable and disable things on the page, and kind of test them out first before you kind of send those links out and make them public. So it's actually a great suggestion, Pauline. I recommend it. So in a couple weeks, I think you should all go in there and kind of fiddle with it a bit and see how you can use it for your organization. Just looking at the questions. So again, I just want to remind everyone, you can keep your old page. It's up to you if you want to create the new Donate Now page and change your link on your Donate Now link if you want. So there's no pressure. Everything will still work the same way on that week. If you want to change it, you can. So everything will still be working the old way, but if you want to update, you can. Pauline, you do not have to change anything. So if you don't want to use the new Donate Now, the new custom Donate Now right now, you don't have to get your IT guys to update anything. It's only when you want them to link to your new Donate Now page that you've created after you've kind of experimented, then you will have to ask them to update the link on that button. Sorry, I'm being quiet. I'm just reading the questions. There's a lot of them coming in. So yes, there's a lot of questions coming in about whether you guys have to use this or not. And again, you do not have to use it. The functionality that week, you can fiddle with it and you can kind of experiment with it and see what it can do for you. And if you do think that you want to use it for your campaigns or even for your general Donate Now button, you can update those once you're ready. Yes, so again, there's questions about the presentation and the screenshots and all that kind of stuff. So I will be putting those up on our YouTube site. So the recording will be available on YouTube and the slides will be available on SlideShare. And since you guys all came to the webinar, you'll be getting a follow-up email from GoToWebinar, and I'll include the links in that follow-up email. You're welcome. All right. Is there a Yes, so Brian's asking, is there a place where the donor can give the name and address of a person who should be notified of the memorial? So yes, or in honor donation. So it works the same way. It's just that the slides were static. So when it's the same way that it works now. If they do choose in honor, then sort of a window will slide down and then they can enter all those details. Diana's asking, are we able to increase the progress amounts for existing campaigns? So once you can always go back into your Donate Now page here and update. So I can go back to my page and update the fundraising progress. If it's already reached its goal, that's great. And if you want to update it, turn it on or off, you can do that. You can do that anytime. So it looks like we've run out of time. We were 2 minutes over. We're at 11:32 now. So I know there's a lot of other questions that you guys have about these new Donate Now pages, and we're very excited that you guys are excited about them too. So if you do have any more questions that come to you or when you're reviewing the presentation, feel free to get in touch with us. Our charity and donor services team at info@canadahelps.org will be happy to answer any of the questions that you have and any concerns that you have. So just give them a shout, and we're very excited to release these to you guys and see how you guys use them. So have a great rest of the day, everyone. Thank you so much for taking the time out to join me today, and happy fundraising. Bye, everyone.